Hello, hello, this is Jilly Bling. How are you today? Today's project is using some old designer paper, but you can use any pretty paper that you have, and hand-penned petals. I have to stall when I say that because I keep saying it wrong. Beautiful set, and it has dies to cut everything out, so a little bit of coloring, but then there's the dies. And this is new, greetings to go. So this stamp set, it has obviously 3 different fonts and groupings of words, and some of them are repeats, but that's okay because you need different sizes for different things, and also they have a different a style to them, where this is a little bit more serious, scripty. This is definitely playful, and then this one is very casual. So I love this. I will go to this greeting, and we've used it on today's projects. The die set penned flowers, which cuts out the flowers. It actually cuts out quite a few things, but for today, just these 2. And I think I have more to learn to figure, because there is a die that cuts out the outline of this one, but this cuts out the inside, and I haven't even looked into this. And then all the leaves, and then I think that these here cut out. I need to look further into it. It looks like a lot of fun. So here's our first project. Notice the words, a little bit bolder. And different flower, same font. Can you tell I was having fun coloring these? So thinking of you, happy birthday. A lot of them I left them blank on the inside, just so you could write whatever you want. Thank you. Just a note. Happy birthday. I love this one, but then I love the color blue. I do like purple too. Isn't that pretty? So this one I had the single, or like the double flower with the single stem, and then I used the bunch of the flowers on the inside, the grouping. Okay, so there's those ideas. And this is the one I like to do today. See how I kind of have it all laid out? So all these little panels are different sizes, and they're all put on one piece of shaded spruce. And I'll put the paper cut sizes on my blog, and my blog is jillybling.com. This project, I started out using this stamp set, brand new stamp set, and it's a whole product suite where there's a punch to go with it, there's designer paper to go with it, there's an embossing folder that's kind of this quadrifoil pattern. There's all kinds of things, but I just thought that flower being super bold right on here, and then I worried about getting this solidly black. Anyhow, it didn't turn out quite like I planned. Have you ever had an outfit that you plan on wearing? I'll show it to you in just a minute. That you plan on wearing, and you wait for just the right time, and you're waiting, and finally the time is here. You know that shirt is going to look so good, and you have everything planned around that, and then it's like the next day I'll wear this, and then maybe I could wear it with this a few days. Anyhow, that stamp set, it was kind of one of those things where I just kept waiting. I knew it was going to be perfect, and then it was just a little, it didn't work for this project. So I'll show you just a minute. Since I'm on a roll right here, I was using liquid glue on the other cards, and it made them really stiff, which makes them kind of substantial, but okay, it doesn't work. The bow is too big. So I know this stamp set, it looks like a party in there. I know this stamp set is going to be good for something else soon, just not this. But aren't you impressed how dark I got that? And then speaking of that, aren't you impressed with how perfectly dark I got all this? Stamparatus. We'll do that in just a few minutes too. It just makes things easier, better. Okay, that's for the words. The white has, just a minute, hold on. So the white, there's no stamping on it, so I could just stick that down. Okay, let me know if you do this. If you take a paper, you're going to put stick on do you automatically always flip it over? For instance, this white paper, I'm holding it. Do you flip it over to put adhesive on it? I always do, and I ask myself, why do I do that? I'm not even going to stamp on it. The front is the same as the back. So when you're doing this project, I suggest laying the pieces out first, because when I was doing those samples, every time I had this one turning the wrong way, and a few times I couldn't get it back up. So if you lay them out first, you won't run into that trouble. Then also, I like the little sparkly, so I'm going to make sure that's showing on the outside. But I'm going to somehow, that stamp set, that bundle, that product suite, it's coming to us in the near future, something, and it's going to be good. Just not that one. More sparkly up at the top. It's a double flower sparkly. I was about to use the paper that goes with, what's the name of that set? Lovely and Lasting, and it was kind of peach color, and it's a little bit calmer than this, but soon. We'll do something soon with it. Okay, so the front is almost done, just like that. And then the words, I'm going to do them in memento. And I set aside just a note in thinking of you. So I think just a note on the outside, right in the middle. And you know, I kind of think that that gets lost on that white piece of paper. But in the end, it's just fine. Okay, since I have the ink pad out, I'll do the thinking of you right here. Maybe it's a little crooked. Okay. So soon I'll do the Stamparatus. And I do have a few tips on Stamparatus. Not that it's hard, but a few people have said, okay, I have it and I've never used it. Or I think it was Carrie that said, I want to get it, but you're going to have to show me about it. And it's easy. Don't fret. Get that in the center. Okay, this shaded spruce can go in. Oh. Roomba, no.
Empty the bin.
Okay. I hope she doesn't keep talking. Must mean it's 10 a.m. 10 a.m. on a Friday, a holiday weekend. Today is lunch with the girls. Love lunch with the girls. Okay, Stamparatus. Here we go. Here's Stamparatus, and it comes with plates, and these are removable, and only have one plate on at a time, because if you put another plate in here, which is fine, when you go to close it, it doesn't close right on top of it. So to store it, just have it setting here, or maybe tuck it in. Also, when I use Stamparatus, I like to put something underneath it as support, because if I have this and I'm inking it, it's a little bit bouncy. But if I put support, or a stamp pad is the perfect height too. Put it there. And if you're new to this and you forgot that step, it's okay. You'd find out soon enough. I want support. Oh, that's right, she said that. I like to put my paper in the corner. I love how stable the corner is. But these plates, when you go to stamp, and once you have a stamp on it, chances of getting the image like really close to this inside border are slim because of this plate. The hinge doesn't let you push down and get enough pressure right up here close to the corner. So I'm going to put my stamp out here, and it works just fine. Also, see this little foam pad? which is removable. If you're using polymer, definitely use the pad. If you're using clear, for instance this one, and it already has the pad on it, you don't need to use the pad, but you can if you want. So for today, let's do this stamp. I think it's dirty. Hold on. It's a little bit big to fit in here. Got my bubbly side and clean it off. Get those bubbles out of there. Okay, that's clean enough because I know that I used only Memento ink on it. Okay, so come on off. And then to use Stamparatus, take your stamp, place it where you want it, like right there, and then close the door. Okay, stamp is ready to go. The reason I'm using Stamparatus, Stamparatus on this project is because I probably want to stamp it more than once. Because chances of me stamping it once and getting full coverage is not good. But if I could stamp it twice, or 3 times, or 4 times, then I'll get solid coverage. So I will show you what I mean. So, see when I ink it, see how it's stable? If I didn't have the stamp pad under, it'd be a little bit bouncy. And I'm trying to get full coverage on the polymer stamp, but if I don't, it's okay. And even if it picks it up, that's okay. So, down here I didn't. But, because it's on Stamparatus, ink it again. And do you notice how I keep pushing it into the corner? Just because with any movement, if I have it outside of the corner, I'm going to get a double line, double stamped image, which won't be good. I'm really pushing here because I know that that's where it did not stamp. Look at that. And say that there was like a little light freckle here or here, particularly with a bold image like this, chances of getting it stamped the first time, slim. I think that card, it took me like 3 stamps, and even through here I could see some of the little freckles. It's a beautiful stamp, just not for that project. Okay, so this is good, and I'm going to stamp, I don't know if I want to do this one. Either way, I'm going to take it off of here, and you could do it over and over, because I think I'm going to put this one on the inside. Or maybe I'll put the other one on the inside, because I don't have that one colored. Okay, so here's my paper. So if you were doing words, say you wanted words right here, those are all dirty. Carrie, this message is for you. For your Stamparatus, you have your thin little strip of paper, or you want them at the bottom of the paper. Get it lined up just right. Right where you want them. Or say you wanted it way over here because you have a leaf sticking up there. Then, close the door. Ink it. Voila! Right where you want them. And I'd say if you're doing multiples, like more than 2 or 3, use your Stamparatus. Because then you just, perfect placing. You don't have to get it lined up every time. Okay, I think we're done with that for now. I don't think we'll use it again. So this, look at this. Magic. Dies. I love dies. Okay. Here it is, all cut out. I kept hoping that this wouldn't be 2 similar colors, but I think the green makes it stand out okay. Isn't that beautiful? Look at dimensionals. Then a few little bling. then I think we're done with the outside. Then on the inside one, I'll show you the coloring. Not that it's hard, it's just using blends. But whenever I don't do just a little bit of coloring, somebody always comments, it'd be nice to know how you colored it. So, we'll do that. Maybe this could drape down into the just a note. Just a little bit. Okay. Then gilded, what are they called? Gilded gems. I think those might be old too. Maybe I shouldn't be using this. But any gold or metallic that you have would be perfect. And I'm just going to do them on the bigger flowers. Otherwise I'll run out of bling. And on the little flowers, I'm going to take Stampin' Up! Number 100. So Stampin' Up! Now has skin color blends. And they're a perfect, I probably should have done it down in here. They're a perfect add-on to any collection. I think there's 5 different colors. And the colors, like if you were to get the 200, so this is 100 and that's 200, you would, and they come together as a pair, you would think, oh, it's just one tone is lighter than the other one. But it isn't, it's a little bit more pinker. Like those go together well. Where's my little cheat sheet? But like these colors, they're very different. So I'm just thinking it's just a different tone of brown, but it could be good for cheeks. But these two, the first two, these two, they do go together real well. Just an FYI. 100 stays with this group. Okay, so outside is done. So for the inside, we have the words on there. And because I did the bouquet, how about if we do the single flower? The single flower on this one. And I'm wondering, can I get it dark enough without using Stamparatus? I'll try. Where do all those little papers come from? So this one, single, bunch, single, singles at that's a lot of coloring though. Maybe just one. That's a lot. Yeah, I was in a coloring mood. Oh, that one looks good. Okay, so just off to the side. Okay, work for me, stamp. That'll do. Once I color it in, it'll fill in the places I missed, or I could get my black blend and color in. Okay, so this one, so I'm going to use these same type colors, but I think I'm going to put the primary flower in the pink and the little flower in the papaya. Okay, so I said pink. So the colors I'm using: Pumpkin Light, Papaya, both of them. Flirty Light, Petal, both of them. Shaded Spruce Dark, Apple, I was getting fancy with the leaves, and the dark brown for the flower centers. So this one I'm going to start with the Flirty Flamingo Light and go in all the places that are closer to the flower center. So today's Friday. Wednesday was a really nice day. News kept on saying it's It's going to be a really nice day. I have all these bulbs I was supposed to plant a while ago. Guess what I did? And I have seeds. I planted stuff. Guess who's moving really slow the past 2 days? But it's okay. I know it's going to be pretty. When we go out there now, it's just all the flowers we planted since COVID. We've been really focusing on it. They're just so pretty. And so many people have gifted, like, oh, here's a few bulbs, or here's, like Jackie just gave us some seeds for marigolds and cosmos. And I'm going to find out soon. I probably should look it up. Exactly what those are, because I'm sure they're going to be beautiful, but I can't wait for them to come up. And then last year Ruby gave me for my birthday, I think it's ranunculus, and Shelly did this year for my birthday. So I had the ones from Shelly in the beautiful blue ceramic pot right there by the door, but I finally planted the ones from Ruby from last year. And the directions say, okay, after they're done blooming, take the plant, and Tony did this, so I don't even know what the plant is. I guess it's like a bulb or a tuber or something. Take the plant and put it in dry sawdust and put it in a cool, dark place, which is perfect for the winter. So we had a big box of dog bones for Bo and filled it with sawdust and put these plants in there. And it was just, I thought it was 5, but there was only 4. I only found 4 of them in there. And open up the box, and guess what? They were already pretending like they were growing. There was like white shoots coming out, and some of them had multiple shoots. I'm like, oh, it's time. They must be feeling warm. But there's no moisture in there to keep them, I missed a leaf over here, to keep them growing. So I'm impressed by Mother Nature. Not quite sure what happened, but got this big new ceramic white pot, and it's sitting next to the little blue pot, and it's going to be just lovely, because last year those plants were lovely. Okay, pumpkin pie light is going to be my darkest color. And I could fill in, because I'll do that in the brown. The brown will cover it. And some of the bulbs, I know that. I planted them like they were springtime bulbs, and they're probably saying, well, we missed this year, but next year. They're planted now, but next year it's going to be a lot of fun. So the second color, I'm just trying to leave room, a rim right along the edge for the lightest color. These colors, it's hard to tell the difference in them. Maybe I need some regular pumpkin pie. Oh, but then I'd have to do the front of the card too. Well, it's soft looking. Tell the difference in those colors. Wait till I do the leaves though. That's mixing a few very different colors, and it looks really good. So who would think to mix spruce and granny apple? I love granny apple. What it is when you look on here, that's spruce, and that might be olive, but I'm pretending like look how pretty these came out. Okay. So, flower centers, I might do, because that's kind of big, I'm going to do this other, but I said that those are real similar. How about crumb cake? Crumb cake dark in the middle. Now let that dry a little bit, and then I'm going to go back with the darker brown and just put little dots, pretending like they're seeds. Okay, so now for the leaves. So this is spruce dark. So I'll do the stem. You know, if I didn't take the time to color it, this card, that would have gone really quick. I hope it's not a snooze and boring for you. Okay, so that's spruce dark. So today's lunch is at Tavern on Main, and I've never heard of that place. I've gone to Plaintown many times, but I haven't heard of Tavern on Main. And Barb suggested it and looked it up. Oh, it looks nice. It's like, why haven't I been here? And talking with people, they're like, oh yeah, that's really nice. It's Gatsby. So it's going to be fun today. I went to Kristen for a haircut yesterday, and she said that she was there just a few weeks ago. She goes, it's perfect for small bites. I'm like, we're going there for lunch. She goes, oh, you'll be fine. It's really good. So, this will be fun. I like trying new places. But usually I get stuck on one thing. I try something and I like it. Then every time I go because I want that. Tony's like, why don't you try something new? It's like, because I'm here because I like that. I go, okay. Okay, I'll hold this up close. So you can see the spruce and the apple dark, and then I'll fill in the rest of it with apple light. This leaf up here next to the flower, I'm not sure how to end it. One time I filled all the way in the back, and it's like, oh, that doesn't look good. But I do like this combo of colors. Okay, there's no ribbon on here. It's just coloring. Okay, I'm going to do the little dots. That looks good. Little dots. Okay, so I think we're almost done. That didn't take long. So I will put all the products used on my blog, and my blog is jillybling.com, and the paper cut sizes and then photos of all these cards inside and out. And I hope you give this project a try. If so, I'd love to hear from you. Okay, there it is. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Great weekend, too. Bye.